Yo, what is really good, my dudes? Welcome to another RuneScape news video. For this video, we're going to talk about a dev blog by the Live Events team regarding Treasure Hunter and where they're going to go forward with it. So without any further ado, let's jump right into the video. Let's go.
Cats is the illest. What you talking about, Willis?
Alright guys, first off, I'll have a link to this dev blog down in the description below, so if you do want to read it in its entirety, you can just head on over to that link there to do so. First thing I want to mention, as they start off in the very beginning of the dev blog, is an update on Treasure Hunter 2. If you remember last year, towards the end of last year, we had talks from the team, Live Events team, about pushing Treasure Hunter or reworking it into a new system that apparently the community were going to be embracing. Anyways, in the blog, they say that after a great deal of work on the project, it became apparent that what they were working on to provide wasn't what the community wanted. And after much toing and froing, they decided that it would be best to take a different route entirely. As such, Treasure Hunter 2 is no longer in active development, which I wish, and this is kind of a theme going forward, a reoccurring thing in this dev blog. I wish they had much more specificity on these kinds of things, because we as a community had no idea what route you guys were taking with Treasure Hunter 2. So the fact that it was apparent that what they were providing wasn't something that we were gonna like, we'll never get the chance to know that. It's not apparent to us what kind of work you guys were done. So a little bit more specificity on that side to explain exactly what you guys were doing and how you come to the conclusion that it's not what the community wanted would be very appreciated if you can get that kind of information out to us, because the lack of specificity, like I said, is going to be a recurring thing in this dev blog. But if you just explain things a little deeper, it would go a long way. To take away from that, Treasure Hunter 2 is no longer a thing. So what does that mean for the Live Events team and what they're working on? Ultimately, they claim they want to provide better value, and they've said recently they've been bringing back testing various different promotions and initiatives in Treasure Hunter, which ultimately is what I think the community doesn't want. We want a pullback of all these promotions and a restraint from non-cosmetics on Treasure Hunter. I think those are the two things that most of the community would like to see in a Treasure Hunter overhaul: less promotions and a cosmetic focus. But we'll talk about how they plan on providing a better value. First off, Heart of Ice improvements. They said recently they've been offering chances to earn oddments in the store and cash those out for prizes. In June, they brought this back along with the promotions that they've been seeing, and it's going on well, apparently, so they're looking to bring this as a permanent feature, which I actually am pretty happy about. I do like the oddments store. It's provided me this month or whatever with like 700 Silverhawk down, which is pretty awesome. So I'm not at all against the oddment system. If they're going to bring it back permanently, I think that's awesome. It's something that I earn this free currency by using my free spins and spending that currency in a shop exactly the way I want to spend it, not using some kind of randomized loot system. So I'm perfectly fine with the oddment system staying in place. They said, however, instead of using oddments, they're looking at ways to revitalize a currency already in place, which is the Hearts of Ice. Currently, they require a lot of management, the Hearts of Ice, to provide any real value. They want to make it easier to provide more meaningful benefits in Treasure Hunter. Being able to directly purchase various items, reroll unwanted prizes, or boost charges in promotions such as Gemerator are all things that they're currently looking to add, which is a neat addition. Nothing wrong with that. I'm sure a lot of people will be welcome to that, although it doesn't address the core issues that I mentioned previously, reducing promotions and a new focus on cosmetics, but nonetheless, a decent change. Next up, a prize refresh. Basically, they say that the Treasure Hunter items or rewards are getting a little stale over time. There are undesired prizes and old filler items that don't really feel rewarding or interesting to earn, so they're looking at giving a reward base of the Treasure Hunter items a complete overhaul, rebalancing the earnable rewards to things that are much more interesting and desirable. That's really all they touch on in the prize refresh section. Like I said, it's one of those things where it's a lack of specificity. What do you mean by more rewarding or more interesting or desirable items on Treasure Hunter? Does that mean even more overpowered XP lamps and prismatic stars? Or does that mean more neat, cool cosmetics? Or a whole new thing like the Proteant skilling items idea? What kind of things does this mean? Because this could make or break what people want in terms of what they can expect out of Treasure Hunter. Again, we need more specifics when it comes to when you're saying things like getting more rewards that are more desirable. In what way? Well, moving on, we have a new key package. So in July, they're going to be introducing a daily key booster. Essentially, this just doubles your daily keys for 30 days. You can get it both as a free player or a member player. So if you're a free player, it'll bump your 1 free key to 2. If you're a regular member, it'll jump your 2 to 4. If you're a Premier Club member, it'll jump 3 to 6. It's an interesting package. Apparently you can buy it with bonds as well. I don't know why you wouldn't just straight up buy the keys and not have to wait every day, because then you could spend those keys exactly on the promotions you would want. So it's a strange package nonetheless, but maybe some people will find appeal in it. I really don't see the point, but if you do have any ideas of why this would be useful and not just have the keys to spend as you wish, let me know in the comments below. Moving on, a greater focus on cosmetics and engagement, probably one of the nicest sections I've seen so far. So their long-term goal is a greater focus on cosmetics and content engagement. They've been experimenting with cosmetic-only promotions and testing the limits of their limited time in-game events, but they think this is something they can take further. That being said, next week, Monday, they're going to be implementing the pilot events of this new initiative, Rune Pass. It will have 2 prize tracks that you can earn, either the free path, or you could pay a small price to have access to the golden track, which will provide you a larger number of prizes and more cosmetics. Although seeing in this image right here, we can see on the golden path in the number 2 column, you can clearly see prismatic stars and prismatic lamps. So they're still having XP available through this, which is, like I said, something I think the community wants you guys to seriously move away from. But nonetheless, we'll see how it pans out on Monday. So Rune Pass, this is again the name of this update coming out on Monday, will come with a variety of challenges and tasks in order for you to progress through its different levels, while also rewarding you guys for the progress for simply earning XP in any parts of the game. So a player of any caliber will be able to take part in and earn levels. Although, if you want access to the top end rewards, you'll have to make sure that you're completing the challenges the Rune Pass throws your way. So like I said, this will be available next week Monday and ends on the 15th of July, that's Sunday. It's a 2-week period and it acts as a trial to which they'll collect feedback and monitor how people play it before deciding whether or not they want to pursue it as a larger project. So we'll see how that pans out. Next up, we have improved life cycle for all items. This is an interesting thing here. Essentially what they're saying is it's gonna create a life cycle for all things on Treasure Hunter. And the life cycle is gonna be, it's born on Treasure Hunter, and by the end of that cycle, it's gonna be made available to all players for free, I imagine, through gameplay. So very similar to the elite skilling outfits that we've seen already happen in the game, where we have the skilling outfits that were originally started and had a promotion for each individual item on Treasure Hunter, and now eventually we're seeing all these trickle out into normal gameplay through skilling, etc. I don't know if that means every single item is going to play out that way through skilling or some other means. For example, we recently got from Elite Dungeons the ability to make magic note paper, so it looks like they're going to extend this life cycle plan to every current, future, and past rewards, even as far back as Squeal of Fortune, to be made available to players for free, which I think is a great update or a great addition to the Treasure Hunter. So looking forward to those things. Next up, we have better communication with the community. So this blog is actually a first step in a larger effort to talk to the community and make plans more. They'll also in the near future be reinstating the live events showcases where mods can show off some of their work and give the community the opportunity to chat with them directly. They also say expect a stronger presence on the live events Twitter accounts and potentially a dedicated server on the official Discord for RuneScape to chat directly with the community about issues you have with Treasure Hunter. So they have a quick list of where this leaves us. This is basically the things discussed in the video. Treasure Hunter 2 has been shelved to provide the following. Oddment store available on permanent basis. Great update. We'll be rebalancing the base Treasure Hunter rewards, providing more value. That needs more clarity. We'll be adding a new bond package that will boost your daily keys allowance for a month. Again, I don't know how this package is really beneficial to anybody, but it is what it is. Heart of Ice will be reworked, giving you more benefits for uses for them. That's cool. Launching Rune Pass, a pilot for a new reward system, providing access to cosmetics through gameplay, albeit, like I said, there is prismatic stars and lamps. So we're going to see how that pans out on Monday. The new life cycle system, all Treasure Hunter items, both new and old, will be made available through various means and eventually in-game for free. Great update. Really happy about that one. And finally, better communication with the players, getting active feedback and more personal conversation, which is great, assuming they take on the feedback and actually apply it to Treasure Hunter. So that's pretty much it. Like I said, the link will be down in the description below if you really want to check this out for yourself and read it in its entirety. Again, some of these things don't really address the core issues of what I think mainly the community wants, and like I said, that is a reduction of the amount of promotions we're seeing in Treasure Hunter, as well as a focus, or a heavy focus, if not exclusive focus, to cosmetic only items on Treasure Hunter. I don't think that second part will ever become a thing. I think selling XP lamps and prismatic stars makes Jagex too much money to remove those from Treasure Hunter, but ideally that's what you'd want, a purely cosmetic microtransaction system that doesn't shove promotions down your throat every single day. Let me know what you guys think about it. Let me know what you guys think about these changes. And I'm going to wrap up the video there. If you have enjoyed it, hit that like button. If you're not subscribed yet and you want to stay up to date on all things RuneScape related, then hit that subscribe button. Anyways, I appreciate you watching. I am out. Peace.